Good morning. Missed doing yesterday's hand, so today we're going to try to do two hands. So hand number one's Ace Queen. So in this hand, we've got an early position player. Open raises to 2.8. I'm going to say that could be a standard size. His early position raise first in is 24%. Definitely seems to be a little bit on the looser side, aggressive side as well. So he's probably, if he's going to play, he's probably coming in with raises. He could be playing like this, maybe not. I mean, if he doesn't have these offsuits, then he's going to have these suited connectors. So we're going to go, that's his raise. Versus early position raiser, we should be playing something like this. I do think that if we're going to be raising, we should be raising with Ace Queen. Could be just calling with Ace Queen suited, since we could. We do have opportunities to connect with the flop and continue, but I think I would lean more towards making that raise and then the call with Ace Queen of Diamonds. If we were back in position here, I think we could just call and see what develops. If someone makes an ISO raise on us, we're going to probably just have to give it up because we'll be out of position. But looking at the players behind us, all three of these seem to be tight. I only have 12 hands on these two and 200 hands on these players. I'm really not expecting to see raises here. Again, 3 bets 2%, 3%, 6%. This one 3 bets a little bit more, but let's see here, 3 bet 5 position. He's done it a lot more in big blind. Well, 2 out of 19. So I'm not expecting to be ISO raised. I think we can call here. And we did, and villain 5 calls. He's probably in a similar situation. We only have 12 hands, so he probably has a hand that he likes to play but is afraid to raise. I'm going to say queens plus ace king, he would have raised. We'll give him all the suited aces, since a lot of people tend to play those. We'll give him some of the suited gappers. We'll give him suited broadways, something along that lines. I think that might be actually too wide. He might be playing something like this with along with me. So we see a flop here. What do we have? 4.37% and 58 combos. Ace of clubs, 4 clubs, 4 of diamonds. Definitely, when you look at my range, our aces connect, and if our aces connect, it makes it less likely that either of these players has the ace, but they can have aces in their range. This range doesn't hit my mid pocket pairs, and it's going to hit him harder than my hand. Same thing with the caller's range, so I'm going to expect this player to c-bet, which he does, and he bets about half pot. I think he's going to probably be c-betting 100%. Well, actually no, his c-bet's 50% when he's in position, 25% when he's out of position. So he's probably going to be doing that with a pair or a draw. So something like that. And maybe not even all of his top pairs either. Maybe not the ace 2, ace 3, ace 5. We'll see. I think if he c-bets those, then he might not bet the turn. Definitely, I think that's a tighter range, and he's going to be ahead of my range now. And I think we just have to look at it and say, well, we missed. Probably just going to have to give up, especially with 2 opponents in the hand. So it's on me. What do I do? I think we're going to be calling top pair without a doubt. I think we call flush draw. I think we could call 2-card backdoor flush draws as more of a bluff. So we call those. We've got 11.32% as our draws. I don't think we're going to be calling pocket pair below the top card. I think that's going to add way too much of it, speculative hand calling. But I think we do those because with those, if he checks a turn, we can probably bet we can probably bet it and likely pick it up. That's if he has one of these like ace 2, ace 3 type hands, where he might want to give it up, might just want to fold and say, I'm not going to take it. So we're going to say that that's my calling range. Hopefully I did. I called, and then villain 5 folded, so he just completely missed. And we see a turn. So that's their flop range. That's 34%. He's got 288 combos in his range. And we have 35.8. We've got 19 combos in the range. And you can see that he's still ahead because we have some draws and he doesn't have as many draws in his range. 4 clubs, or 4 of hearts comes out. Does that change much? Makes his hand a little bit stronger. 3.7, 56.3. He bets, and he bets again. So what is he going to be betting? Definitely, it's going to be that full house. I don't think the flush draw bets now. Quads, I think we'll probably bet. I mean, if he has a 4, and he's got ace 4 or 5-4, and that's just 2.17%. So if he bets that, now it's on us. What do we do? I don't think we call with any of our flush draws anymore. We just call with those, basically our full houses, our aces. We don't have quads, so you can see that he's going to be slightly ahead. We needed 17% equity to call. We are getting that with our quads. I'm sure I called. I don't know if I copied that correctly. So here's my hand, my range. 78.9%. I've got 15 combos. Their range, 87.1. They do have the edge because they might have that ace 4. 6 of spades comes out. Again, doesn't really change much. They have that equity edge because they have the ace 4. They have a 4. I don't. He bets 29. He bets the pot. And at this point, we need 33% equity to call. If he's only doing it with quads, we can fold. But I don't think he is. I think it's a full house plus. So if that's his range, you can basically see, let's get rid of all of those. You can see that we're 47.1%. We're going to be calling here. And he shows king 4, he shows quads 4. I didn't have king 4 in his range. So even if we add it in there, I still don't think it changes much. And it's still just so small, such a small chance. I kind of expect him to show up with an ace. Yeah, some people will check here, but they also look at it and say, hey, I've got the ace, I've got forceful aces. In their mind, the only thing that they could lose to is that 4. And maybe we could have folded, but I don't know if we could. I think we ran into a hand that I didn't expect to be in his range. So I did have a note on here: raise first in an early position with king 4 suited. So we know to keep it in there. So probably maybe king X suited. So if he has king 4 suited, let's get these cleared out, you can see that adding in all those King X suiteds brought up 24.6%, and you could potentially get rid of those offsuits and still have 21%. So that might be his range. All right, if you enjoyed this, look tomorrow or look a little bit later today. I'll have a second hand posted.